Hey, all, and welcome to this week's episode of the Mike Muldoon Podcast. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate you being here. Hope you're doing well. So about 2 months into my move here into the UK, it's going. You know, it was a huge change. It was a huge jump. Some great stuff about it. Still some challenging stuff at times, trying to get everything settled in. It's crazy when you move. I mean, just think about if you just moved in the same town. When you move international, just so much has to change. So many different things change. So, but anyway, it's good. It's getting along. Kids are excited. They go back to school next week, which is nice. They've been off since, in the U.S. they ended somewhere right in the beginning of June, and now they're going back to school in September. The school years obviously are different here. They actually go to school. They only have 6 weeks off here in the summertime, and they get more time off during the year, but it's been crazy. So the kids have had a long break, so they're excited. But of course, with them, there's a little bit of uncertainty. And this is kind of what I want to talk about today. See, let's face it, in our lives, uncertainty, it's, I don't know, how would you look at it? It's like an invited guest, right? Who shows up to a party and decides to stay for a while. It's that, what is it? It's like that what if that, tends to sneak into our thoughts when we least expect it. It's a nagging feeling that maybe, could keep you up at night, wondering what's next, So the thing is, we're all wired to seek comfort, predictability, and control. But what if I told you that uncertainty, the very thing most people are so desperate to avoid, might actually be the secret to basically having a more resilient and even creative life? So today we're going to talk about why embracing uncertainty is exactly what we need in our lives at times. Studies from the University of Chicago have shown that navigating uncertain environments sharpens our cognitive skills. So when you don't know what's coming next, your brain actually kicks into high gear. It's constantly adapting, strategizing, problem solving. It's like a mental workout, except, instead of lifting weights, you're lifting the heavy unknown of life. Sure, uncertainty can be uncomfortable, but that discomfort in your brain is a way of stretching itself or growing stronger. So while you may, crave a predictable life, a little uncertainty keeps your mind sharper and more adaptable. I mean, think about it. We live in a world right now that is obsessed with control. We have planners, apps, and schedules that are, meticulously crafted to give us the illusion that we've got everything under control. But here's the truth. Control is an illusion. Psychologist Dr. Susan David, she was talking about how our obsession with control can make us rigid. It makes us less adaptable. And that embracing uncertainty, it's like taking a crash course and letting go. We need to let go sometimes, because when we do, it teaches us to loosen our grip, to go with the flow and be okay, even when things don't go according to plan. It's uncomfortable. Yeah, nobody likes being uncomfortable, but that's the point. The real growth happens when you learn to let go and adapt. And as I've often said in my podcast before, I don't think anything good comes when you're comfortable, because when you're comfortable, you are complacent. When you're in an uncomfortable thing, a time in your life where things might be uncertain, it forces you to take action. It pushes you into motion. The other thing that uncertainty does really well, again, I talk about this all the time. It's about building resilience. Think of uncertainty as emotional weightlifting again, right? When you face the unknown, whether it's a career change, a move to a new city, or even across an ocean, or even a personal crisis, you're forced to adapt emotionally. This is kind of what Dr. Brené Brown, if you ever listen to her, she had that phenomenal TED Talk. But, she's really known for her work on vulnerability. And she argues that embracing the discomfort of uncertainty builds emotional strength. It's in the moments of really not knowing that you learn to bounce back, to find strength that you didn't know you had. Every uncertain situation is a chance to build these emotional muscles, making you more resilient for whatever comes next. And for all you creative types out in the world, the interesting thing about uncertainty is it's actually a breeding ground for creativity. Because again, it forces you out of your comfort zone. It sparks innovation, right? When you don't know what's next, your brain makes new connections, starts seeking possibilities where none really existed before. It's like having a blank canvas where like every stroke is, I don't know, what if I do this? What if I try this? Embracing that uncertainty means embracing the opportunity, again, to think outside the box. And maybe you're just not a creative side. Maybe you're a business owner. You're an entrepreneur. You're somebody like you're an innovator. But when you have uncertainty in your life or in your situation, you are forced to find creative solutions to sort of life's or your businesses or your creative endeavors unexpected challenge. And for some people, one of the best things uncertainty can really provide for you is patience. See, the thing about patience, right? It's not something you're born with. It's a skill that's honed through experience. I mean, often the experience of waiting, of being okay with not knowing. When life doesn't go as planned and you're stuck in limbo of uncertainty, you learn to be patient. You learn to sit with the discomfort, to breathe through the unknowns, and to trust that things will work out. And it's a tough lesson. And it's a lesson a lot of people, I think, now in this technological age we exist in, don't want to sit in. We want everything now. We need the answers now. We need to understand it now. I need it now. But when you allow uncertainty to happen and you allow that discomfort to happen, it cultivates a deeper understanding and acceptance of life's unpredictable nature. And also it's in these moments too that for some of you, you might just reevaluate your priorities altogether. See, when the future is unclear, you're forced to ask yourself what really matters. Is it the job you're so desperate to keep? The relationship that's teetering on the edge? Is it something deeper, your own peace of mind, your happiness, your ability to adapt and thrive no matter what comes your way? Uncertainty pushes you to confront these questions, to strip away the superficial and to focus on what really matters. It's a wake-up call. It's a chance to realign yourself with your core values of who you are or the person you want to become. Because the thing is, here's the ultimate truth about this whole thing. If you take anything from this podcast right now, anything, the ultimate truth is life is uncertain. No matter how much you plan, prepare, or try to control it, there will always be variables outside of your control. So embracing uncertainty, it's like just training for life itself. It's the ultimate preparation for the unpredictable nature of existence. When you learn to live with the uncertainty, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're adaptable. You're learning to be adaptable. You're learning to find joy and maybe even excitement in the unknown and to be okay even when things don't go as planned. So the next time you find yourself sitting around at night, during the day, whatever, paralyzed by uncertainty, take a moment to pause and reflect. And instead of seeing it as a threat to your life or your situation right now, try to see it as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become more resilient and adaptable and a more of a creative person. See, life begins realistically at the end of your comfort zone. Embrace that uncertainty. Lean into that unknown and watch it transform you in ways you never thought possible. Again, because it's going to make you ask different questions, look at different possibilities, come up with different solutions. It's going to expand you. All right. So go ahead. Every once in a while, just let go of your need for uncertainty. Embrace the chaos that's going on. And believe me, I exist in quite a bit of chaos. I would like to say for the most part, I've gotten really good at embracing uncertainty. But, but embrace the chaos, embrace the unknowns and the unpredictability of life. And it might just be the best decision you have ever made in your life. All right. All right, everybody. That's all I got for you this week. Thank you so much for tuning into the Mike Muldoon Podcast. Hope you're doing well. You're doing great. Please feel free to share, episodes so that you might think might help somebody out there. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of stuff going on right now. And I think everybody can use a little help. So it'd be great. I'd really appreciate too if you just shared word of my podcast with your family, friends, anybody you know. I think we're at episode 103 now. I think 103 episodes. So pretty exciting. I'm still super excited doing this podcast every week for y'all. So and again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being with me. Have a great, awesome rest your weekend because it's Friday. And as always, I got nothing but love for you.